Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Alvo World League. We are live for our very first game tonight between Trauma and Haxx, and I am on a whole, check your encoding settings, keyframe interval, okay. Sorry, I'm on a whole new production setup, so this is the first time I'm actually using it. Titch usually uses it, this is the first time I'm using it, but we are on a whole new set. Not only am I using new software, so things are bound to get messed up, but we're on a whole new set. So I'm here with AWL. AWL, this is the kickoff, man. We're at it. We're starting it. Alvo World League. How are you feeling at this exact moment?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, new set, I'm gonna look around a little bit. We got this nice little addition up here, in case anybody hadn't noticed.
Yes.
Champs, Death Squad champs. I mean, we took it. We took it last season. We're starting off kind of in the same place we started off last season. It's kind of weird. This was randomized, and we got Haxx and Trauma again.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good night. But yeah, definitely new set. Big props to Titch. We're soaking it up in the retreat, getting our toes done, maybe getting a little steam on.
Yeah, just chilling. Actually, no, I really got to get to our rosters and stuff. So yeah, the game's gonna be starting in a moment. So I want to make sure that we get through everything. And of course, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how this whole setup goes. But let's see if it works. Let's go talk about Trauma a little bit. Hold on, we don't have our audio sources. Give me a second. Okay, let's go back into it.
New additions here this season.
Yep. We got Mental Man, Black Mario, Big Balls, Daft Bomb, Casper, and Slow Ass Learner, Bronco, Titch, who's a throwaway, Leaf, and Tally. That's making up Trauma. We got like you said, some of the additions. Who might those be? What are we looking at here?
I mean, you got Titch. He's got the pom poms. He's cheering them on. And you got Leaf. Looks like they stole Leaf from formerly Death Squad, then Gabba's Army, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, Leaf's a good player. It was a good addition, good pickup for them.
All right. Let's go talk about Haxx for a little bit. Give me a few seconds because I got to put in our microphones. Hold on. All right, we should be good. So over here on Haxx, we got Nizmac, Dirt Nasty, Vicky, Violent Veronica, Padflow, Dan Solo, 420 Killing It, Captain Caveman, Dirt Money, and GAM. Definitely new additions to this roster, but a lot of the original crew is still in Haxx.
100%. 100%. I mean, they lost to Nate, which I'm going to tell you, it's a big loss, a huge loss. But 420 killing it. Nice new addition. Got lots of skill, lots of positivity. Of course, you got Captain Caveman, always a pleasure to play with. Dirt Money. I'm gonna be honest, I've not played with Dirt Money yet. And I know the notorious GAM. I call her Grandma, but she is always a hoot to play with.
All right, just give me 2 seconds again. Just trying to get used to this. I want to make sure it's the old one up there. So what are you guys talking about? Enlighten me. What's new? I will make the additions where necessary. I promise.
Not even in the chat yet. Oh, I need to be in the chat. Here we go.
Let's see. Refresh. Do we know who is actually? So here's one of the things. I need to make sure that we know exactly who is going to be playing. Oh, those are cams. Don't really care about the cams at the moment.
Look, it's a surprise tonight. Look, we gotta just roll the dice. We don't know who's going to be playing, but if I had to have money on it, for Trauma, I know you're going to see Mental. I know you're going to see Black Mario. Most likely we'll see Big Balls and Casper. For Haxx, I know you're probably going to see Nizmac. You're going to see Vicky. You're going to see Veronica. That's about all I can say for sure who we're going to see. I would assume we're going to see a little bit of that Pumpkinhead guy. You know, Dirt will probably be around if I had to guess, but we don't know. Just a real quick shout out after tonight's match. Dirt Nasty will be hosting some machetes.
Ooh, good stuff.
So, I'm planning on being there. I hope a lot of you guys will join us. I know the folks over in the UK, it's getting a little late for you over there. Definitely late in Germany. But here, I think we got a little peek. We got Veronica. Ooh, it looks like we got Dirt. We got
Vicky, Dirt,
yeah,
Dan, Veronica, and Nizmac.
yeah, it was pretty close. Pretty close. We got Mental and Slow and Black Mario. So they're already starting to round out pretty good. Three very strong players. Interested to see who the other two are, though.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm just waiting on them to actually get sorted and get their stream live because it's currently not live from what I can tell. And the crazy thing is that with everybody setting things up and getting us the sources early, for at least Trauma, we have 4 different possible streaming sources. So, God, I hope I have the right one. So we talked a little bit about the roster that's taking place tonight, but let's talk about the procession and how things are going to go. It's going to look a little different than the Test League. For the Test League, it was set up, what was it? Search and Destroy, TDM, then Hardpoint, then TDM, correct? I'm trying to remember.
It was Search and Destroy, Hardpoint, TDM.
Correct. Okay, so now it's switched because all the players were like, we want something a little bit different. So it was decided that we will start off with Team Deathmatch, then go to Search and Destroy, slow things down a little bit, give the teams maybe a breather. I don't know if you can consider it a breather. And then we're going to hop into Hardpoint, which everybody feels is going to be the most exciting. And honestly, like there are some pretty exciting matchups in the Hardpoint series. The difference between Test League and now, however, is that there is a new variable to consider in Search and Destroy, and that's revives. How do you think that's going to play?
Oh man, well, you forgot something. You're leaving a little bit out. There's two new variables. There's 2 new variables.
Oh no!
You not only have revives, but you also have bonus points. We got extra credit, guys. You get the most bomb plants, successful bomb plants, which I know there was a little confusion about successful bomb plant, but I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. As long as you plant the bomb and it starts counting down, that counts as a successful bomb plant. Correct?
Yes. Well, so the successful bomb plant does require you to plant the bomb. It has to start counting, and you have to win. If you lose and you get the bomb plant,
you gotta win too. Ooh,
you gotta win. So like if you don't win and there's like a whole team wipe, then obviously they're gonna go for the defuse. Now, here's the thing: if they try to go for the defuse, but your entire team dies and they still fail to get the defuse and you win, it's a successful bomb plant. So you all don't have to actually survive. You just got to win the round with the bomb plant, and that. The difference here, and there was a bit of a switch up with how these points are accumulated. Originally, it was for every successful bomb plant, you get an extra point. Now it's a competition of who gets the most bomb plants. 1 second.
Well, yeah, I mean that makes sense. Whoever gets the most successful bomb plants should win the extra point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what Wolf was going to say. And that makes sense. I thought a successful bomb plant was you actually planted the bomb, and that's all that mattered. But it makes more sense if it goes off. That would be success.
So then it's a race to see who actually gets the most. So if in the first half you play Search and Destroy, both teams are able to get some bomb plants. That's great. But if they don't, if it's whatever team has the most successful bomb plants, they will get 1 additional point. So you can get up to 2 additional points per match. So 1 in the first half and 1 in the second half. And we're going to be keeping track of that. So if you get the bomb planted, but you don't win, you're not going to get a point towards it. So
what are we going to call that? Like, I mean, I know Firewall had something they called it an ace. We need to come up with something. Maybe chat can help us out. Like, what should we call this?
Yeah. We should call it something. You're right. Because there was talk about having ace points, and I'm like, well, having an entire team survive is great and all. Like, I think that's wonderful, but it's kind of unlikely, and 2, you really want to play the objective, right? It's really hard to get a successful bomb plant, if you ask me. If you have a really good defending team, it's going to prove very difficult. And here's the thing, like, you could still win, but if you don't get that bomb planted, then you don't get in the race of getting an additional point. You just win the round, which is fine, but you're not going to get that additional point. So it's forcing teams to
more, it's going to make it more interesting.
So we'll see how that plays out. And I think the revives, I mean, there is some strategies, especially with some of the scrimmages that I've been playing in, and perhaps maybe you've been playing in. There's some strategy around the use of revives. Revives are being used in a variety of different ways. But what have you seen so far? What can we expect?
What I've seen, you want to kind of leave that guy laying down, hanging out for a couple of reasons. One, you want to try to make the other team try to risk, either A, going out to the other player and trying to get them back up, or B, you can see them coming toward, where the other players are. The third thing, and that most people really don't think of, you want to leave that player alive, especially, if it's the first player downed. You don't want to kill them right away, because as soon as you kill them, they're on cams making call-outs.
Mm-hmm.
You want to leave that player down for as long as possible. You want to make them the bait. That's just my experience. You want to leave them down, either wait for them to make this mistake of like crawling towards their other players, or have somebody maybe come out and down them as well.
Yeah, we'll see how these teams play that out. I've seen something very, very similar. Trauma in particular, I've noticed, just playing them in general, whether it's in Publix or in a scrimmage. They're a team that won't go for the immediate kill. I haven't had the privilege of going up against Haxx in that context, but I assume that's going to be a primary meta strategy, is just not getting the final elimination. Unless you're going up against a team who is very, how should I say, strategic in their downstate performance. So if they're playing, peeking the corner, for example, on town, and they're pointing down long and they're peeking the corner, they get down and they're stacking up 2-2 or 2 and 3, or maybe a 2-2 and a 1 flanker. That means they're going to have a partner right behind that corner. So you might want to go for the immediate elimination. It's all going to be based on, what you see from the other teams as the game mode plays out. But before we move on any further, let's give a shout out to everybody in chat. I might miss someone here, so please help me out. We got Innate, Puddles, Dinko, NGR, 420 killing it, the Big O. Let's see. Who else we got in here? Armada.
Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom sneaking in as Armada. Alyssa Draw. You got Chell in here. We got Disgruntled RN. We've got Inescapable. Casper's watching. Kata's watching. We got Leaf in. You of course got Dinko. Always a fan favorite. Always a good guy in here. You got Neil. I think you mentioned Neil.
Yep.
We got Schlevy and Stealth Walrus.
We also got Ace Diaz over there on the YouTubes. Diver Boy, what's going on?
Always have Diver. Diver's always
and Earl Saint and Hickory in the house.
Yep. Earl and Hickory, love those two. Little father and father-in-law, or son-in-law and father-in-law, little combo. Love those guys.
All right. No, I don't want to change up Haxx. I got to see if Trauma has a different perspective.
Oh, dude, we're getting into it right now.
We do.
We are getting into this.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 in season 1 of the AWL. Are we ready? Haxx versus Trauma. Let's get into it. We're starting off on Dojo. I'm excited to see this because this is going to be a fan favorite. I got a feeling this season this is going to be a favorite amongst the teams. But let's get into it. I'm going to do a little bit of
no. That's
balancing.
The payoff.
Holy shnikes, that volume was loud.
All games now.
Kind of interested to see if Mental's going to be using the sniper scope. Looking down that alley like he always does. He's definitely a killer. Looking down that scope down that alley. It's always a risk to run that alley on him. Mental is going right out the gate with a Viper. He is not going to play around. This is going to be very interesting. He's already thrown his grenade. Already took down a kill.
Grenades flying in, though, doing a lot of damage there in between the doors. Nice molly placed as well. Looks like they're going to hold tight here for a second. Mental Man definitely going to be holding this post. Look at that perch. Oh my gosh.
Another headshot.
He gets another one right behind the white van here. He's on a streak.
They better take him out quick. He's going to have rockets before too long. And I don't know, is he running dogs or is he running a Turi?
No, he finally gets taken out.
Top boy. Okay, I'm back in.
Speaking of which, let's go check out what Haxx is up to, and I will try to balance out the audio here as well, which is booming.
Just took out one there.
Oh, they're coming main
Teams
street.
are playing pretty smart though. You know, they're posting up at good spots.
I think they came around. Yeah, I'm down. Tally snuck around. He's at the black
taken out by Tally. Tally's always a killer. You always got to watch out for the guy, and we look like we got pretty good bars when we see the little kill feed there.
Yeah, so far everybody's ping is looking nice. Score's pretty even though. It does look like Trauma is ahead, or at least last I saw, by 2. So it's not by a significant margin. Team Deathmatch is one of those game modes where I feel like the teams can be relatively close. The distinguishing modes, I think, we're going to see a disparity is mostly in Search and Destroy and Hardpoint. Team Deathmatch seems to be a pretty balanced playing field for all teams. Trauma is up to 13 now.
Well. Oh, Dirty Nasty in front of the restaurant.
Those flashes.
Oh, that blinded me there. I can't see nothing. But it looks like Mental recovered from that pretty well.
Tucked away in those little apartments. It does look like Trauma split up a little bit. That's a lot of confidence. If many of you can run solo, like look at them. One on the apartment, one all the way back in the restaurant. Mental Man seems to be the runaround guy.
Watch out, Teddy. Watch out, Dave.
They're crowding together a little bit now, though. You know, Team Deathmatch is always one of those ones where you just got to play smart and safe. You know, the more dangerous you play, the more that you're out there running and gunning. You know, the more likely you're. Yeah, you just got to take it out. The more likely that's going to happen.
There's only a 7-point difference at the moment.
Yeah, well, it can change very quickly in Team Deathmatch.
Take the scaffold area then, guys. Take the scaffold area.
You know, it just depends. You know, you can have a couple different strategies. I've seen it where, you know, my team will do what's called kind of like ping-ponging. You know, you kind of flip the spawns around and, you know, try to catch people off guard. But it does look like they're sticking together and playing safe here, which is a good call against, you know,
they've come out.
Haxx. They're definitely a very good team. Have a lot of killers on that team, so you know you definitely don't want to take these guys for granted. You know they took a point or 2 points from our at least a point from our team last season.
Come at playground. I'm gonna go through the dojo.
Yeah, and they put the hurt into Trauma in the test league for sure. If I recall correctly, they did steal one, at least one from Trauma, in one circumstance. So it's not like they aren't capable, and they have a pretty stacked roster this season, especially with some of those new additions. We'll see how things turn out. There is still a lead by Trauma, and now it's grown quite a bit.
33-18, I believe.
2-1 went in. Solo dojo tunnel.
Good use of the fire.
Oh, that pumpkin head was a big giveaway.
Oh man, I knew Niz was going to have something to say about that later on.
What I do like what Haxx was doing is that they found a point on the map where they could just sit and try to, force Trauma to contest. The challenge that they face, though, is even if they were to hold down a specific spot on the map, they're not in a position to draw Trauma in because Trauma's in the lead. So why would they need to push? They don't have to play aggressively. Now, you might want to do that specifically if you are in the lead and start drawing them to exactly where you want them to be. But again, they're not in that position.
Oh, 100% not. No, they need to. They need to start running together and try to knock off these kills where they can. And I mean, unfortunately, at this point, I don't know. The lead has gotten pretty far off, 44 to 24. They're a good 20 points ahead. So this is not looking good for Haxx for this round.
Yeah, 20-point deficit here is pretty substantial. We're probably about halfway through the match already as it is. This isn't looking good for them. Not saying that they can't come back, but it is going to take a lot of effort, a lot of accuracy. Granted, team deathmatch is not going to be the end of it. We got 2 halves here of the same procession. In the second half, we'll have TDM, Search and Destroy, and Hardpoint. So perhaps this just isn't their round. But try to close the gap, put the hurt on Trauma, and carry that over into the next round.
Definitely. Well, I mean, you know, the night's still young, you know, and again, like you said, we've switched it up. It used to be S&D. Now you got TDM, and there's still a lot of game left to play. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Wolf. If Trauma is able to sweep 4 victories in a row, are we going to even see the last 2 rounds?
Flash on the balcony.
So yeah, the only time that 4 rounds matters is going to be in the playoffs. So as we get through regulation play throughout the I think we've got 10 weeks. In the playoffs, it's going to play out a little bit differently. It's going to be a best of, and whoever essentially can get to 4 wins in total will end up moving forward in the playoffs and play in the finals to determine who's going to be season 1 champs. And I got a feeling you think Death Squad's going to take it, but I don't know. We'll see how things play out. But right now, yeah, we're gonna play through. Teams are gonna try to get as much as possible and just see how it works out. Those flashes, man, I can't.
I mean, I'm not even playing. Like, when you're in that headset, those flashes really hurt.
It's a nice grenade by Mental, man. Did a little damage on his opponent, allowing his teammate to pick up that final kill. Those assists do count. They matter.
Yeah, Middle is moving a little more fluid right now. I will say that. He's not kind of playing it safe like he did last season. He's definitely jumping around.
Very good question there, Doom. There is no bye week. No one's got a bye week. We have 10 teams in total, which means there's an even amount. No one is going to get a bye week, and everybody's going to play them all out. So it's going to be a lot of alvo for a lot of teams. Haxx with 41 points to 77 on Trauma. I mean, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it anyway. It looks like it's going to be a Trauma win here.
Well, I can tell you, Trauma's probably going to be out for blood this season. I mean, you know, we stole it from him last season, and I think they're out to prove something this season.
All right. And I think... All right.
I think that's it. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Okay, so we have finished Team Deathmatch. We're going to go to Search and Destroy. Why is that at 3? I think he should have made that 1.
It needs to be Uno.
Yeah,
too many.
That needed to be 1. I think what he had in his mind. So here's how the scoring system goes, everybody. If you win the match itself, like the entire thing, not just the game mode, then you get 3 points. If you tie, you end up getting 1 per team. So if Trauma and Haxx were to get an even number of wins, then they would both walk away with 1 point. So we need to fix this. I'll see if I can actually.
So, yeah, Doom is right.
Fix it.
10 teams should equal out to be what, 9 weeks, right? Shouldn't be 10 weeks, right? I mean, is my math?
I don't know. I can't remember how many weeks. I have to go back in. Yeah. I'm working on that, Diver. I think Titch got a little confused with this.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get the score sorted.
Everybody give Titch some crap. You know, he should have done better. He should have did better.
You should have known better, Titch.
He's trolling us all the time. He's giving us crap every time he gets a chance. Let's throw a little bit back at him. What happens if a tie in the TDM? I don't know, Leaf. What does happen if there's a tie in TDM, Wolf?
So if there's a tie in TDM, I mean, really, ultimately, what it comes down to, I believe if I remember correctly, that might be like a half a point. I'd have to go back in and I'd have to go back in because like that's how ties have been going. Like that's essentially how we've been setting it up. ties are going to be half of a win. So in this case, but
we're going into monastery.
Actually, no.
In front of the tunnel.
I'll have to.
No,
I'll have to think about that.
Destroy.
Yeah, this is search and destroy with trauma on the defense. They get the final eliminations here, and very quickly they beat Haxx. And now monastery is an interesting choice, guys. Don't worry about the score. I will get the score situated. But here's the thing: like, I'll keep counting up the score for each round. And then however many it is divided by 3, and we'll know who won.
Look, everybody's got 6 fingers at least. I mean, I would hope. You know, we got 1 for trauma right now, so you know, you got your right hand. Just put a thumb on it.
Good job.
Trauma is just literally walking all over Haxx right now. I don't know who picked Monastery, but I'll be honest, bit of a bad choice.
Bad call. Bad call.
I wouldn't say Monastery is well suited for search and destroy. It's an incredibly small map. You would have to move incredibly slow. But the defending team, as you can see from Trauma,
Did you just see that? Did you just see that? There were 2 grenades falling. Like, they must have timed that perfectly. Like, Trauma has been putting in the work. I don't know. I think we got our work cut up for us this season, Wolf. I mean, you know, we get to face them the second week, but my goodness.
Behind us.
I mean, they
already eliminated.
They can't even get to the bomb site. That's the challenge here. They can't even get to the bomb site.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. I'm going to say that, you know, Haxx is playing a little too aggressive right now. Search and destroy, you gotta slow it down a bit. You know, you're coming off TDM, and I know you play a little bit fast and loose in TDM, but you gotta play slow on search and destroy always. You gotta take it slow, take your time, let the other team make the mistake. You know, you got a lot of time before you have to plant the bomb, and you have a lot of time before you have to defuse the bomb. You really don't want to just go running out, especially in a map that is this small. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I played with like Kaiser, and Kaiser would, you know, he's got the Kaiser stairs. You don't go running out because he's going to shoot you in the head. And it does look like Haxx. Ooh, Haxx again. Ooh, not looking good for Haxx right now. Only 1 elimination over on the Trauma side. Black Mario was the only one to fall.
Crazy enough, no plants yet. I mean, on the offensive...
Not crazy enough. I mean, shoot, man, they've only had like 30 seconds per round. Like,
it's fair enough. Yeah, they don't even have enough time to get the plant started.
Now, I'm going to tell you that the whole plant bonus point thing, I hope Trauma is taking that into consideration because, you know, they're going for eliminations right now. They're going to lose those extra bonus points.
Hold on. Haxx coming
so
in
many
here.
People down. So many people down.
Someone came up from behind and was able to get multiple eliminations here. There is a bomb planted. They were able to get a successful, or they were able to get the plant at least started, but they lost it. Haxx taking the win there.
No bonus points for you.
Moment where Slower was planting, there was
no so for you.
Someone coming behind.
Incredible play. Perhaps there was a plant there before. I did see that someone had planted twice, and this is the challenge. Like we might have a hard time if we don't see the scoreboard. To determine if there are successful plants, but that's why we're recording it so we can always go back and check.
Well, they had the plant, but the bomb didn't go off, so we know. I think right ahead.
Depending on how many plants there were, though, they have won so far pretty much every round, and there's 3 plants there, so they've only lost 1. So they have 2 successful plants. That's two successful plants right now, which means they could earn their bonus point here as they're on defense.
True.
Looking to close things out. All they have to do is get 1 more victory, and they're going to win this search and destroy.
Got him. 2 down.
Nizmac putting in the work, takes 2 out. Bomb is dropped, though. He's now going to go fight for it.
He missed it. Tally took him out. And that looks like that's all she wrote.
Yes, sir, indeed, Bob. All right, we are going to get blue plant. They are going to get 1 additional point in favor. Now, guys, it says 6, okay? I will tell Tish to fix it. just work with me here. They've got 2 wins, all right?
Should be
2
3.
wins.
Should be 3, right?
Well, no, they have 2 wins. So they got the TDM, Search and Destroy. Now they're going to go to Hardpoint.
But I mean, did they or did they not get the bonus point?
They did get the bonus point, but that's categorized separately. So on the desk, you'll see plant points on the bottom. That'll be additional. Yeah, man. So the way whoever decides the map, it's going to be whoever is hosting will pick the maps, and then the visiting team, in other words, the one not hosting the server, they will be picking the server. So whether EU or NA. I'm trying to think. Give me a second here. I want to see who is actually. Okay, so Haxx is currently the server host, so they pick those maps.
Bad choices, especially with this team. Puddles. Talking about wah 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 wah. What? You got the wah wah pedal? Are we?
Wow, All right, Titch.
What up,
so
Titch?
this set is fine, but we need to not have these count as 3 because we got to keep track of how many mode wins they get. Everything else is working fine. Everything's working great. The problem is that we can't have it 3.
I mean, do y'all see this up here? Like, it's live video right up here. That's really cool. Titch really knocked it out of the park on this set.
Yeah, I know we went over it, but it was an oversight by both of us. That was also my fault.
The floor for 2 seconds.
But we need to switch it to 1 point. 3 is overall. So if they win the game, like both halves, then they get 3 points in total. But we're just categorizing it as like we can all divide by 3. You know what I'm saying? I get it. All right, so now we got Hardpoint on house, which means Haxx has chosen these maps. Monastery,
Flash going over the wall.
I don't know if that was a throwaway map or not. I'll be honest. I think poor choice for Search and Destroy. I think they were hoping close quarter match. They might be able to have an advantage against Trauma. Trauma is very strong at the long range, but they've also proven time and time again that if you get them in close quarters, they can stand their ground, and they absolutely will.
Flash over the wall.
I'm just telling you, they picked Trauma's favorite 3 maps. I mean, you got Dojo, you got House, and Monastery. Those are the 3 maps that I don't want to see Trauma on. I'm keeping them off of those 3 maps, if at all possible. Especially like, why are you picking House for Hardpoint? Middle loves those bushes. He loves to peek over them. I don't know. I think it's a little bit of an oversight for him.
Got rooftop.
These would not be the maps I would pick if I had a choice. You know, I would pick probably High Rise.
Let's push one maze.
Are we going to see some Pit this season? Is Pit allowed?
Not really
Pit's allowed if people want to choose it. That is entirely up to them.
I'm thinking Pit is going to be a good one. You want to get Trauma on maps that they have not played a whole lot. You know, High Rise, Pit, and probably I don't know, Industrial maybe, or even possibly the classic favorite Town. I mean, I know they're very well versed in it, but so is everybody else. We've all played Town 1,005,000 times. Everybody knows the ambulance, the cop cars, balcony. Those are the spots to hold. But
next to the tower.
We'll see. Hopefully we'll see Haxx pull at least one victory out of their choices here. Looks like 70. I did not get to see Trauma. 70-6. It does look like Haxx may be doing pretty well on this map. You know, they've got the lead. If they can just keep Trauma out of the point, or at least keep it yellow. It does not look good right now. Trauma's been in the transport truck for a while now. Already catching up 20-70.
Come on, we gotta get him off.
Yeah, I got him! Yes!
Good. Coming from the tent side.
Flash in.
Let's go.
Got 2.
72.
Yeah, the home in the tower. Watch him.
72-27. Trauma slowly making a slow march back. They've held this point pretty much the whole time. They really need to get in here. You know, I like this point. You know, especially if you can get somebody up on those rocks.
72-37.
Looks like medical tent. Two of them in. One of them in. No.
It is
Mario's
going to move
next to
here
the wall.
shortly. It does look
Watch
like
out.
it's,
Inside
what,
the front.
canopy right now?
It's got Mario.
My smoke. And window. Big window.
Yes, it is canopy. This is a very good spot. You can get down back where we're seeing Middleman post up. You get behind this point, you always got somebody in there. You can at least keep it yellow. He's moving out of it, though.
Gates too.
Already catching up, 54-73.
Damn.
Haxx better start pulling some stuff off here.
Push now. Push. Full push.
Violent Veronica taking Middleman down.
We will get this. They went back.
Does look like Haxx is able to capture the point. They've got
One's
going yellow now, 86-59. This may go to full time. Those are always the best hard point rounds when it goes to full time.
Garage.
Did you say you want me to fix Niz's nameplate? What do you want me to do? Those are automatically set, bro.
Smoke.
Oh, you talking about Coke? Coca-Cola Classic? Look, Christmas is a long ways off.
Mental's coming up the stairs.
I know we got a lot of hoes in here, but Santa ain't feeling jolly right now, okay? It's midsummer.
Oh, there's Mental's in.
Hey, Virtual joined the party.
I'm on my way.
Nah, I won't move it over. I'm gonna leave it static right where it is, Titch. It looks beautiful. It's perfect. No need to move it.
Fuck's sake, where am I?
I'm coming through the house.
Yeah,
Coming downstairs now.
Niz is taking it a little too slow right here. He's being a little too cautious. Threw a little flash up in there. Somebody had a rocket.
That's a lot of fire to run through, man. Like, yeah,
That's right.
I can appreciate him flashing that, but yeah, with all that fire being a distraction for himself, it really didn't do him any good. I mean, that alone was blinding to him, and he was just an easy target right out of the gate.
Flash in.
Looks like we got a spot at Billy Gates.
89-90 to 101.
It's a close match. This is going to go full time. I know it.
And Haxx has the lead, which is an astounding feat at the moment. So.
Oh, very much so. Like, you know, versus this team, especially like hardpoint was always one of the modes that Trauma always excelled at. It was always one of those ones where it was like it could go either way. 104, 102. I don't know. Trauma is catching back up with the quickness.
Somewhere. Gates. Boundary front house. Got him.
Don't get down with the sickness. Sorry, that's just what I thought in my head, man.
Get down with the sickness.
All good. We will get this. Go 10. New point.
All right, we got a rotation back towards the tent. Trauma in desperate need to try to recap here.
Oh, orange card.
You can see Mental Man playing a lot of the perimeter play. He is definitely not a point man. He can be on point if needed. He gets flashed, taken out rather quick. And we got Haxx once again securing the point.
Nice.
Hey, something I'm going to point out. Big props to the streamers. They've been very well at pointing out both scores. You know, big props to them. Keeping that in mind and making sure we can see the scores.
Oh, his feet are sticking through. That is part of the rules, so no one...
Shoot them feet! Shoot them feet!
Tickle him. Tickle him. 117 to 115. We got a 2-point game here. It is closing down on the clock, and both teams in desperate need to get the lead. Who is going to maintain it? Haxx losing priority here. Losing the lead. They are now down by 11 points, actually. Trauma coming up from behind.
They were going to Sandbag's way.
It's in the T spot.
Close your eyes.
Got Mental on blind.
They're ahead now. We need to keep this.
Haxx is able to hold this one, though. I don't know. Haxx may pull this one back.
Nicky on your left.
It's going to be a fight, especially down in the tunnels. Like, the tunnels can be tough, especially if you're the one approaching. Once the team is secure on the spot, it's very likely that...
Nice slide. He took out 2 or 3 there.
The defending team can hold down those locations pretty well.
Nearly 20 seconds ahead.
Totally, but if Niz keeps...
Coming from the garage stairs.
Shot from behind real quick.
Shit, they've dropped a turret.
I got something for it.
All right, it does look like it's in the oil tanker room at this point, almost. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. 155. I don't know. It's getting pretty dire for Haxx right now. It does look like Trauma is going to sweep the first 3 rounds and get the bonus point.
Still ton, yeah.
I think those bonus points are really going to come in key, you know, for the regular season champs. You know, you're still going to have to win the final season with playoffs, but it is not looking good for Haxx at this point. So Titch, I know you're in the lobby. We need, you know what we need? We need to be able to like hit a button so that we can see both streams at the same time.
Give him homework.
I mean, as long as it isn't like, I understand like you don't want to put a YouTube stream versus a Twitch stream because of the delay, but you know, it'd be kind of cool if like, you know, we have two Twitch streamers like to have it side by side. I want an SBS.
Ooh, boy, we transitioned right to a flash. It does look like Trauma's about 50-point lead. They're closing the gap.
Yes, dude.
They got 10 points left to capture, and they will walk away with a victory here. Now, if I did everything correctly, hopefully when I hit the score button, we should only get 1 point. If not, that will fix it.
So yes, Doom, you will get a bonus point for each SD round if you get the most successful plans.
Okay, let's see if I fixed it. I did not. Titch, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to change the frickin' integral, man. I don't get it.
Fix it, Titch.
You didn't teach me that, man. You didn't teach me that part. It's all right. That's 3 wins. We're going to be switching servers now. And we'll be getting back into it. So, with the very first match of the league, how's it going? What do you think? What are your initial thoughts? Is it going as you expected? Were you expecting more from Haxx? Given the fact that Haxx hasn't won, yet they came fairly close there in hardpoint, is there anything that they need to do different?
I mean, I'll tell you, it's exciting. It's a little bit more exciting right now. You know, it's kind of a little more complicated right now. I'm still figuring stuff out. I've read the rules several times, and but at the same time, like I don't know, it's made it a lot more exciting.
So, how's it going?
Hey, Titch. All right.
It's just sneaking in.
What do I need to do? Where do I need to go to change the integral?
On stream deck, go into the blue score. Like actually go into the button in the software. And then
Eddie Titch dropping the knowledge.
But wait. You mean on the stream deck itself?
You have to open the software for the stream deck.
Oh crap. Okay. Guys, we're learning something live here, folks. Okay. I'm in blue win.
Definitely
actions.
Okay. So blue win actions, then go to your stream counter.
There it is. Hey, increment. Look at that. That's beautiful.
Oh, man.
Wow,
okay,
that was so easy. That was brilliant. Thank you, Titch.
On the red one. Bye.
All right. Bye. I love that guy. I love him so much. Oh my God. I've been working with him for what? 3 years, 4 years now, and he hasn't changed. Guy's brilliant.
I will say, Wolf. Look, we're at the halftime. I think it's time we take that minute of silence right now. If that's possible.
So we have a very special video that we want to present, and this was done out of respect for a lot of our fallen soldiers out there. A lot of our Alvateers, unfortunately, have left us, and we just there's a good opportunity to pay tribute. So. There is no audio, so if you think that there's audio, bear with us. There is not. But let's have a moment of silence.
It's a minute of silence. Let's take some time and reflect.
All right. So that was more in particular related to Trev, but it does look like the action has begun. We are back on. We are going to town with Team Deathmatch. But that's beautiful, man. We did lose so many people, and it's kind of crazy to think about that we have actively played with a lot of those who have fallen. And just to know that we're not going to hear their voice or have them here with us as we enjoy competitive Alvo, it's just heartbreaking.
Ah, yes, he's on the boat.
Just for a little while, man. We're going to meet them again. We're going to see these people again. You know, like I said, you know, there got to be something more. You know, we're going to see them again. It's like I said in that video, or put in that video, you know, it's not a goodbye. Just we'll see you later.
Yep, absolutely. Well, in honor of them, this season, you know, we will always take a moment to try to remember. And, you know, as we continue to play competitively, folks, just remember that we are all Vitiers. We're all part of the same family. And we're all here together and just enjoy this game. And things are going to get competitive, but remember where we stand. And we stand as one. That's how it is. But we are here back in the second half now of this match between Trauma and Haxx. Trauma taking a substantial lead here, 3-0. But I gotta say, you know, Haxx has really started to put up a good fight. We saw them put up a pretty decent fight in Team Deathmatch and Hardpoint. So those two game modes, they seem to be better well equipped to face them off against Trauma. But Search and Destroy, they got hammered. And I'll be honest, I think a lot of that has to do with the map pick.
You got to give Dirt Nasty some credit though. Like that guy plays with big pumpkin head all the time. Like huge head, easy headshots. You know, I know Nizzle will give him some crap for playing with the big head guy, but you know that's what I love about Dirt. He's always playing with the pumpkin head, and he's not ashamed to do it.
Yeah. So just for clarification, it's 3 points per match win, so it's not round. So in other words, it's not each game mode. It's whoever comes out victorious. So it's a fight to whoever gets the most game mode wins, and then they can come out victorious. But you want to continue to play them all, because if you go to Search and Destroy, let's say right now Trauma were to win, they'd arguably just win the whole thing, right? Because there's no way that they could, that Haxx could come back. But they got Search and Destroy next. And Search and Destroy, you could get Bomb Plant win, so you can still get an additional point and walk away with a point there.
Keep pushing it. We're doing well.
Now, you know, something I just thought about. I think we had to set like a bonus point for TDM next season. Like, say you get 100 kills, you get a bonus point. So it'll force the opposing team that, you know, once you get ahead, maybe you get enough points, you get a bonus point for that. I don't know.
Flash ambulance.
I don't know if we'll have enough time. Maybe Bed Bath & Beyond.
Okay.
There's someone there. Somebody's shooting at me from well.
I clipped him at well, but
I'll tell you though, Trauma definitely picked Town. It's a fan favorite. I love it. I really don't know anybody that does not love Town. Does look like it's a fairly close match though. 42. I thought it looked like 41, but maybe it was 31.
Yeah, we'll go over that. I'm going to go over that whole point thing again. Maybe the language is a little unclear, but I'll make sure that it is clear. So many eyes, I just want to say, like, so many eyes did review it, and everybody felt like we had a strong hold on it. So don't worry, we will get it cleared up. But in the end, whoever does win this will end up getting 3 points. That's how it was originally designed. Where if you win overall, you walk away with 3 points. If you guys tied, then you would each walk away with 1.
Biggie, one more.
Yeah.
Wedge in first.
And yeah, definitely 420. I love his whole family's watching, and you know, you said the community's kept you guys together and kept you together. I'll tell you, this community is keeping me together through some hard times as well. So, you know, we're all here to lean on each other when needed, and that's what this game is all about. It's not about who wins. It's about just keeping everybody sane and safe, and you know, just supporting each other.
Flash in it, little blue.
Right now, Haxx is supporting each other as they are keeping this match close. Each member pulling their own weight. And Trauma not with a significant lead here. Last I saw was about a 2-3 point difference, somewhere around there. They are trying to hold down the ambulance and the police cars, which is fairly tactical. I think a lot of people employ that strategy. Look, there's only a 1 point difference. It's super close. So if Haxx can maintain this,
could be a tie. I want to see a tie. Come on, let's put that bow tie on.
Got one. I'm down. They're 2 up.
55-53, 2 points. Ooh, looks like we got a little freeze there. Okay, it's back.
We're watching the ambulance and blue car.
you know, maybe it is game mode. I'm going to have to go back and look, and I'm going to have to provide some clarification, not only to you guys, but to myself.
We need to go.
Okay, it might be 3 per game mode, meaning like the team that
Yeah, we're down by 1. We've got to get
the team that does walk away, like, because here's the thing, even if Haxx doesn't win Search and Destroy, right, like, they could still get a point.
Watch! Oh damn! There's one
I
in
think,
tunnel.
I don't know, I have to go back and look. I might have confused myself. I'll take a look at the rules. No worries, guys. It's the first one. That's why the first run through is always iffy. We gotta sort some things out. It's tied right now, 60-60.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. It's heating up, as NBA Jam would say.
Got one.
Shit. The 2 up now.
Fucking way.
Wouldn't it be kind of cool
Marriott
too?
ambulance.
Like,
What
you
ambulance?
got like, I don't know, like 10 kills in a row. Like I said, it's heating up, and then like you got instant headshots.
Do some voiceovers, O'Doyle. Let's get it in there.
One at the ambulance.
Fuck, they got me back.
back up, back up.
Coming by the ambulance, watch out.
I still remember the NBA Jam thing where you entered RFK or RFC. Like it was like you could enter like a certain initial, and you would be able to play as Bill Clinton.
What? It's crazy, dude.
Ambulance. Oh, damn. Nice.
Mental playing it safe on the small balcony.
We're up 10. Good job.
Looking tunnel.
Good job, guys. That was tough. Very good.
You can tell by the way Mental's playing. He's a little worried right now. Oh, he just got taken out. 66-70. Oh, man. Trauma has really pulled away here.
Yeah, as soon as it was that 1 point difference, they almost got a full team wipe, which put them even further ahead. And since then, they've only pulled away a little bit further. So I think Trauma, I think you're right. They are playing it a little bit more safe. It was a little too close for comfort, and they decided to back off, hold their position, and it looks like it paid out in spades as they come out victorious with a fairly substantial lead of that was a
81-69.
12 points in total. So now that Town's out of the way, we're going to be switching over to Search and Destroy. We'll see what map pick that is. But, you know, I'll be honest, this is kind of going in the direction that I thought it was going to go. As good as Haxx is, it's a very tough matchup for the very first game of the season. And I know a lot of people were like, wow, is this coincidence that this is happening again? Yes, unfortunately, it is coincidence because I had no hand in picking the matchups, which is why I had done it live so everybody could see there was no bias or influence over it. It's just pure coincidence, and it's unfortunate for Haxx, but you know what? It's a good test to kind of see like where they are as a team, what they need to work on, and go up against Trauma. I mean, that's where they're the number 2 team in the test league. So if you look at it from that perspective, based on their performance, they're keeping everything fairly close. The only thing that wasn't close is Search and Destroy. They come out in the second half looking a little bit better on a hopefully larger map than Monastery. You know, they might have to rethink that for their next matchup in week number 2. But if they come out playing Search and Destroy on a larger map, then perhaps they could perform a little bit better and use that as a gauge for maybe changing their map selection. I don't know, just the thought. But I got to say, despite them losing, Haxx is putting a pretty good performance.
Well, they're not doing bad. By the way, thanks, Scuba. Of course, Scuba Steve, he's on a 20-month streak apparently now. I don't know what that means, but thanks, Scuba. Love you, bro.
What are you on a 20-month streak for, Steve? You're not even here for the right game. Oh wait, you don't play that other game anymore, do you?
You subscribed for 29 months. That's like, how many years is that? At least 2.
Oh, Doom, this is a different Steve. This is like if our Steve was dropped on their head. That's Steve.
That's not the same
Steve.
Steve,
You know I love you,
like,
dude. No, this is a different
Scuba
Steve.
Steve is okay. I was about to say.
Scuba Steve is our a really good friend from Rocket League, which we do have another channel for. And he's a great Rocket League player, although he and Titch are a little washed this season. So I think they're putting down the controller for now.
Yeah, you leave Scuba Steve alone. Like, he's keeping with the O'Doul theme. Adam Sandler, like, I'm with him, 100% with you, Scuba.
Friend, he says. You and Titch are not allowed to use that word, but you and I, we can use the F word. Okay, we're okay. Works for us. All right, we're going to search and destroy on desert. Now, this is absolutely Trauma's bread and butter. we definitely know that their performance here is I would say above average in comparison to everybody else. This being their pick is by no surprise.
We'll go a.
You get me and Diver in here. We know how to climb the trees.
I know. And already, very quickly, Niz finds someone at the shit house.
Watch the spine.
Tags him a little bit. Causes Trauma to stir just a little. And we do have Mental Man with the sniper. They are going to have to be weary. He is a deadly shot with that. He gets one! Oh my God. I never thought we were going to see the Chaco in a league match, but here we are. Mental Man not concerned in the slightest. Taking one off. Oh my God, he hits another one.
Speaking of the Chaco, where's those canned sights? Come on, Sean. Get us those canned sights.
Look at the aim and accuracy, the poise of this man holding the sniper rifle.
One is going to the left side, Sean, watch out.
I hope he does that against us. I don't think he will, though.
No, he's down, okay. Another one.
The only downfall to the sniper is if you have speed and mobility, it's not going to get you.
I don't run.
Unless that happens. Okay, I'm just gonna switch perspectives because that's insane. Only Big Balls is down on Team Trauma. 2 members left, Vicky and Veronica on Haxx.
Oh,
1.5 minutes.
And it looks like Vicky is already in a down state. Veronica not able to even leave the spawn location as of yet. She's going to go for the revive, try to anyway. Not able to do so. Now she's in a 1v4 situation. And, I mean, she's got a sniper in that corner and someone posted right up behind the rocks. Her rotation is going to be absolutely necessary at this point. She's got to get to the bomb, though. And Trauma is covering it like white on rice.
Can't see him. He's round there somewhere, V.
there's one at the side.
Oh, unlucky.
I saw me right as I saw
And Haxx lose this one.
Sit down again now.
You know, I gotta say, man, that is with Mental Man sitting up there on Shithouse with the sniper. Haxx are really gonna have to move.
And all. Alright, let's let them come to us here. Well, yeah, of course. I go to the A side.
Don't see anyone.
Now he's got a different spawn now. He's going to be holding down the central ladder and looking down into the town. Granted, I got a feeling that Haxx is not going to go that way. I think they're going to go towards Fountain side. That's just a guess. I have absolutely no idea since we haven't changed perspective, but this is a perilous position for Mental Man to be in, sitting at posts with his sniper. We'll see how this plays out.
He's always at the post, man. He's always posting up.
Probably up in the hills as well. Oh, I'm getting shot at.
Yep. Fuck. I got shot at the side.
Oh, V's down. Somebody revive V if you can.
I'm running.
I'm gonna go the back way.
Does look like Haxx is starting to play a little smarter, a little bit safer.
Jump down, Vicky. Don't go that way. God damn it.
But still, what they need to be doing is kind of playing around the edges and working the edges. That's the best way you beat Trauma in a map like this.
Trauma is very quick to get into position, so you have to also be quick to get in position. You can't, like, they are taking their time. I think they're trying to lull Trauma into a sense of comfort and maybe encourage them to push. The problem with this, though, is if you got to suspect that there's a member of Trauma covering every angle.
In the middle.
So if you move too slow, as we're starting to see, Haxx is getting chopped down one by one. You're just going to be stuck in a position that and not have any mobility or movement towards the bomb sites. And Nizmac, I believe the last member alive on his team now, is forced to go up against the rest of Trauma all alone.
I'm heading out.
I mean, you know, these two bomb plant sites, it's really hard to pick which one, but typically I would probably go for A. That is most likely the quickest one you can get to. But B is not a bad call either. Does look like we have, what?
Shit.
Ooh,
Yeah.
they're all down,
now.
but is the bomb
No,
planet?
it's per game.
Can tally
Whoever gets the
defuse
most
or
plants
slow
per game.
defuse? Does look like they are diffusing. There we go.
And it's got to explode anyway, or you've got to wipe. You've either got to wipe the team, or it's got to explode. So you've got to win the map.
Now, something else that's actually really cool is you actually get assists this season. So you know, if you help your teammates out by pumping a few bullets in the player before they kill them, you get that assist.
Somebody get up on the roof. Let's get on the roof.
Yeah, kind of pat your own personal stats there.
Yeah, big pump up to the devs, to Sean, Dark Ptolemy, you know, all the guys behind the scenes. You know, I'm going to give Sean and Dark the most credit because I know those two guys have been working their tails off.
Yeah. Bottom or? Yeah. Another one. I can't see them now. Oh.
Mental Man running with an AK as a secondary with no sights.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's.
I mean, if
what he
that's your
does.
style, shoot.
That's what he does.
Yeah, he's
That's
still
what he
there,
do.
peeking. He's still on that roof.
Now we'll say it's going to be very interesting this Sunday because I think we got a guest star playing for Gabba Army.
Yeah,
He's ran off.
To that far right.
You're definitely going to want to tune into one of those matches. It does look like Haxx was able to take out Mental Man, who is posted upon those rocks. No longer does he have that perspective to provide intel to his team. They're trying to swing around to get to this B site. Ever so slowly, though. Again, mobility against trauma, movement speed is critical.
he's in the,
And if you're too slow, you're going to get caught out. And with their accuracy rating, I mean, you definitely don't want to sit in one spot for too long.
I'm at the big sand wall on the camera. I'm down.
Yeah, and since we got a little lull, I guess I'll you know, give a big shout out to all the fathers, fajas. You know, we just had a nice little Father's Day holiday here in the U.S. You know, big shout out to everybody's kids. You know, give a big call out to my kids, Ella and Tucker.
There's a building.
Love you guys,
He does, 'cause I shot at him.
and you know, hopefully talk to you guys you know, soon.
The derelict one. There's one behind
Yeah,
that.
big old shout out for all those fathers and on Father's Day. Hopefully you enjoyed it if you celebrated. And Nizmac, he was pushing in here. He was able to get the elimination and drop on Mental Man. He was able to also put some shots on another person. I couldn't see who it was all the way in the back there, but unfortunately it didn't result in anything. As they walk away with another loss here. Score now 3-0. They did get one plant, but there was a defuse. They did lose it, so they don't get anything on that part. And we got Trauma on the offense.
We're still going B. Then let's B, but slow play, I guess. Okay. Yeah, but don't rush. Try to peek.
And I'll tell you this much: so far, the revives haven't really played a significant role, and I think it's because we've played such, you know, the maps. The first search and destroy map was so small that there was just no room, no time to actually get a revive and play that out in a strategic way. And here goes Mental Man. He's trying to creep up, and he pays for it. Wide out in the open. They are going to go for the revive and the cover here. They're able to get it. And I was going to say that with this larger map, it can prove difficult to try to get some of those revives, but Mental Man and Trauma proving me wrong. He goes down for a second time. He's taken out. That's a complete elimination. 3 members still alive on Haxx, 4 on Trauma. And this has quickly switched. 2 left on Trauma. It's a 2v2.
2v2, yeah.
One was at B, down the
Got Dirt and Vicky.
Yeah,
2
just
killers.
wait.
You gotta watch them. You got Tally though left with
Vicky, slow it down.
Looks
They're
like
not
slow,
rushing.
right?
They're not rushing. Slow down.
Yep, Slow and Tally. That's a nice little
They're going for
combo.
just hang on. They've not made the minds up. Yeah, they're going for the mid. They're going for the center spine.
I mean,
at the
you do
moment.
have Dirt
They're going
Nasty.
A.
He's
They're going A.
one of the Canadian friends. Slow is just down below us in North Carolina. And you got Vicky in the UK and Tally, I'm pretty sure, is in the UK as well.
On that roof in front of you. He's just jumped across. He's jumped to the floor. He's in front of you.
Yeah, with Trauma on the offense. Oh, here goes Vicky trying to.
I can't see him.
Vicky taken out. We have Dirt left. Dirt is a killer, though. Don't count him out.
So that booby roof behind.
Yeah, they're trying to push the A site. Doesn't look like Haxx were able to overtake it. Again, Trauma. They get the plant.
The pins that you made either side of you.
Stand on the same site. That's very surprising.
Go in the fuse if you can. Go in the fuse.
Dirt working his way up the shit house. I don't know if he can pull this one off.
He's gonna have to be careful. He does get taken out, and that's gonna be a win with a successful bomb plant for Trauma.
It's better for the cameras.
Extra points.
So far, Haxx have not been able to get a successful plant, and with the score being 4-0, I don't foresee that happening unless they can pull a couple of wins out here. We got 2 more rounds on the offense for Trauma, and if they can win these, then they just take home the prize.
Still going deep.
Mental Man just gets up to the post wicked early, gets two drops, 2 eliminations.
Kill one.
He loves the telephone poles. He loves those pylons.
Okay. Go for the plant fast.
Pylons, or he likes to get on top of that wall at the ladder. That's his bread and butter.
There are 2 down. Where at?
One just died.
One's on the spine.
Oh, damn.
Vicky is the last member. They do have a plant over on B. So Trauma poised for another victory with also, there it is. They get another win. Score now 5-0. 2 successful bomb plants. That's setting them up for an additional 2 points for this matchup.
These guys. Oh yeah.
Okay, right.
Haxx on defense. See if they can finally get one. They're going to play the pylons here. See if they can try to take Mental Man out. Maybe a couple others who might be pushing. Veronica gets dropped.
Where are they, V?
Shot him in the face.
Niz, she's behind the rocks to your left. I'll go get her.
There's like 3 members of Trauma right there. If Niz was not the only member pushing that site, they could have gotten 3 down just like that. And possibly gotten the revive on Violent. And Veronica does get up. Now she's got to run and risk her safety to get Dan Solo up.
Thank you.
Are you definitely sure this time?
Yeah, they're all running to be.
And she's able to do so. They get the plant on B. Dan racing back to try to apply pressure on this bomb site. Everybody else holding still. Dan goes down, loses that exchange. There are fewer members on Trauma than there are on Haxx.
2 are on B, 2 are on
Just Mario and Big Balls left.
Oh, wait, no, we got Slow. Never mind, it's evened out.
3v3.
You got him.
Nice.
Looks like we do have Move Master Mick in the house. What's up?
There's one behind the wall.
What's up, Move Master Mick?
I'm trapped. I can't. I'm
Below you, V, below you.
On
your left.
coming in from the top.
I'm down.
There's still one in the hill somewhere, I think.
Can be Violent.
Oh no, we don't have enough time.
Looking for Big Balls, looking for Slow, not able to do it, and it looks like Trauma wins yet again.
Get your brooms out. They got a sweep.
Keep forgetting there's a second button press for the plants. Damn it. I'll get it one of these days. It'll be a little bit smoother. I promise. Oh, boy. That didn't go through. Okay, there we go. All right. So we're going to move on to Hardpoint for the last fight. We'll see if Haxx can walk out at least with 1 victory for themselves. And unfortunately for them, Trauma is going to walk away with the ultimate victory tonight. But perhaps they can walk away at least with 1 win under the belt and feel good about that. And who knows? Learn something from this. Again, it's very tough in the very first week. I know there are some people who either haven't competed in the league or they're running with a new team. There are going to be nerves. I know, like, when I compete, I do get nervous initially. Sooner or later, the adrenaline slows down, things even out, and I end up doing okay. But I get it if there are some nerves. People are getting a little cautious about, like, are we doing the right thing? Are our comms right? Are we making the right moves? And then when you start getting into this cycle of losing, when there seems to be no hope, you kind of like you become demotivated. But just remember, very first week, there are plenty more games to be had. There's a lot of opportunity to come back, get some points. And Trauma is they're a second seed essentially going into this season. They came out in second place last season next to you guys over on Death Squad. So they're tough. They're a tough team to beat. And I'll be honest, in some of my conversations with them, they're like, man, I think we need to get prepared. There's some really good competition. So I've got a feeling that they have been preparing.
And don't forget, there are playoffs. So, we're going to have some regular season champs, and then we're going to have the ultimate champion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know who that's going to be yet, but we're going to find out very soon.
Oh, are we?
Well, 10 weeks or 9 weeks. We'll figure that out. Maybe 15. I don't know. How many weeks is it going to be with playoffs? Like 15? Right? Do the math. I don't have the math. Like, get the pen and paper out.
With regards to the score. So the scoring has been driving me nuts. Like, I helped write the rules, but there are 11 pages or 10 pages. So, like, obviously I'm going to miss something or misunderstand something. So the way I did have it written was each game mode win is 3 points, which means that if someone can come out victorious, then they can end up getting 3 points. But I don't know. I'll be honest, I might have to change that, especially I'll have to talk to Sean about the scoring and gaming synergy and see how that plays out.
Exactly.
If I gotta think about it. I'll work on the score, guys. I'll work on that, and I'll get it accurate. I promise you. I just gotta work it out in my head.
Well, very interesting that they chose Haxx again, considering how close it was for the first 3 rounds. This might be a mistake for Trauma.
But it's also the night variant. I don't know if that's going to play a factor or not.
Yeah, well, it's still going to play a factor. They are holding it down pretty well now. Again, they have played it. I guess they're in a flow on it, but I still personally, like, as close as the first Haxx hardpoint was, I don't know if I would have chose this one.
Changing.
Just because it's a little darker does not mean very much. Although those pumpkin eyes do glow pretty good in the dark.
Yeah, I remember when Pumpkinhead first released, and like we thought it was so freaking cool, and it is really cool. It's a really cool skin, but man, it makes you stand out, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. Makes that head huge.
And as you had cautioned, Trauma picking this map, Haxx are in the lead, so perhaps this was a bad choice to go back to Haxx, even if it is the night variant.
They did pick it up, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it was a little too close the first hard point, and again, like, I just don't know. Do we know if we switched servers? Does not look like it based on the bars.
One at the concrete wall outside of the house.
But I think if I were it'd be very interesting to see what Haxx picked the first round. I would assume it's probably going to be the UK server, but
I'm right behind you, Dan.
I'm dead.
and again, like, doesn't that have to be a agreed upon by both team captains?
There's no obligation to switch server if everybody feels comfortable with what they're running. So if both teams agreed, hey, let's just continue, seems to be running smooth, then we continue on the same server.
I will say, the past few weeks I've been playing, like, servers have been running buttery. Like, I've had no issues, but
we're up at this point.
I'm sure there's someone out there that might have had issues, but as far as I'm concerned, I think the devs have done a very good job on these servers here lately.
37 to 43, Haxx is maintaining the lead, but the gap has closed quite a bit as they vie over this T intersection in the tunnel section of House map.
Oh, outside.
Long drive. Long alley.
Long drive. Long drive.
At Billy Gates now, does look like Trauma's able to hold that one down at first. 56-40. Haxx still has the lead.
Oh, he's running with the Sterling. That's one of my favorite guns, man.
Oh, it's good. It's just you got to be good with the hip fire.
Damn right. If you ain't good with the hip fire, don't be running with it. I do love it though. It's one of my favorite guns, man.
Oh man, it's probably one of the better ones on the small maps, especially like Monastery or even Retreat. It's a very good gun. Haxx still holding this one down. We might see Haxx steal a point. Well, at least walk out of this with a point. You know, I don't guess they'll get a point, but at least they won't go with the big old skunk.
Hell yeah, we kept them off that one.
It's
It is back in the tunnels. Let's go. I'm in.
Right behind you, Solo.
On the way. I'm down. They're coming from the helicopter hatch.
Flaming that tunnel at the T sector.
Oh shit, I didn't know that was our. I thought it was.
I'm down.
Shit.
Biggie on the right.
If you all could also tell me if the audio has been relatively balanced, that we're not significantly louder over the game volume, since I'm not going to be able to hear it on my end. Hopefully, it doesn't. Hopefully, the game audio isn't coming too far over us, and us not too far over the game audio. It does look like there's a big lead, though. I think that was a 47-point lead for Haxx. They are currently running the gamut here, and good. I'm glad to hear that the audio is good. Perfectly balanced. Because before, when it first started, everything was max setting, so it would have been a catastrophe. And Haxx reaching the triple digits. What is Trauma doing? Where are they falling short? Where usually they are overly victorious in these types of game modes, they seem to be struggling against Haxx here on House Night. Finally breach into the garage. They take hold of the point. Let's see if they can sit there for long enough to start accumulating.
Think they're coming tunnel.
Unfortunately, it's a very hard point to hold down.
But fortunately, it's large enough that if a grenade were to come in, your team is spaced out enough that there won't be a multi-elimination. But there are only 3 points of entry, so if you at least have 3 members in the garage, you can hold it off pretty well. There goes Niz. There goes another one. It seems like though Trauma they held the point for its entirety. They're looking to make a comeback here. Dan gets taken out, but he does trade with one.
Mario one's in it, straight ahead of you.
Got another. One's up at alley.
Man, Trauma is just picking it up. They are picking up the pace. They don't like being behind. They are going to definitely make a nice little comeback here.
Garage tunnel. Coming down the back tunnel now.
Middle.
Kind of going how I expected it. You know, I expected a Trauma sweep, but I mean, we are tied right now. But now I hope Haxx can at least step out of this with at least one round under their belt. But I don't know, the way it's looking, I don't think Trauma and Mental and Black Mario and any of them are going to let that happen tonight.
Alright, so
they definitely have to improve.
So I figured out the whole scoring system. I feel dumb and I probably sound dumb since I helped, you know, pretty much write them, but I figured it out. I'll explain it all after.
I mean, I feel lazy because, I mean, I read it, but I really didn't, like, comprehend it. But I just went with it because I assumed, you know, like, Wolf will tell me.
Well, let me tell you this much. I can comprehend a lot, but when I write something and then I like, it doesn't always stick. That as soon as it enters paper, it goes on paper, it's like out of my brain.
Oh, shit.
No, we don't need a calculator. We don't need a calculator. I'll explain it in a moment.
We got fingers and toes. 20-point lead right now.
No, Jacob, but he got no points.
122, 150 some, I bet.
So I promise I'll explain it all. I know the score looks ridiculous, but I'll explain it in a moment.
Change, gone tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's crazy to see how Haxx had such a big lead in Trauma right in the back end of this matchup. They just turned this to flip the script.
There's 2 in.
Look, Diver, we only have a problem if we see edited on the rules. That's the only time we have problems.
Yeah, TLDR, Titch was right. Yes, Titch is usually right in these circumstances. I'm very good at fixing things, but I'm not very good at starting.
Come on, this way.
Fuck's sake.
No,
I don't know.
AC silly hour.
It's in the
I agree.
midsection.
We're being silly.
It's all good, Typher. That's how I feel sometimes.
We've left it.
174. How did I don't understand how Trauma came back in such a fashion to flip this. I mean, there was a big point differentiation there, and they just it's as if it didn't even phase them. They're like, okay, let's just fix things and let's just retake, and they maintain their composure, and now they have a astounding lead over Haxx. Haxx just cannot get their feet under them.
You know, I've heard from Doom. You know, they're talking more. You know, they're not doing what they did last season, and which was just kind of just playing and not communicating. They are talking a lot more, and I will say, Mental has been given an outstanding performance tonight.
45 eliminations. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He's been pouring it on tonight. You know, Middleman showed up tonight.
God almighty. All right, so wow. I'll talk about the performance, but let's get the elephant out of the room. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's get it out of the room. Let's clear things up. Okay.
Where's this elephant?
He's in front of us. Okay. We can't see. All right. So it is per mode. So the reason why it was 3 points per mode was so that no matter what, a team could walk away with some points. So even if Haxx were to win hardpoint at the end there, they could walk away with 3 points under the belt. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them, and Trauma ultimately won in a 6-0 sweep. They won every single game mode, took all the possible points, and took all the additional points in the search and destroy. So they walk away with 20 points in total. Haxx, unfortunately, walk away with none. So Titch, you are 100% correct. Go ahead. You can clip this. It's fine.
Gloat a little.
But man, oh man, this kind of turned out exactly how I thought it was going to. I mean, okay, not exactly. I thought Haxx were going to steal one. I honestly, with how close it was, and the fact that they were in the lead on a couple of occasions, I thought they were in a good position to take a victory there. Unfortunately, Trauma, they're just not phased, man. They don't get phased. They were so far behind in this hardpoint matchup in this last one. And they just flipped the script. They just said, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. We're just going to retake the point. We're going to maintain our composure, and we're going to make you fall apart, Haxx. And we're just going to take the win. I mean, it's incredible what they can do sometimes. I feel bad for Haxx, but you know what? They put up a damn good fight.
Oh, they played very well. You know, just Trauma just had a little bit extra tonight.
Yeah. A little bit too much extra sauce for Trauma.
Yeah, like I said, you know, they got something to prove. You know, they got taken down last season. They were the favorite to win, and you know, I'm kind of nervous now. We face them next week. It's going to be a rough fight.
It's going to be a good one. I'll tell you this much: like Paragon went up against them in scrims, and I could tell you, like they are. I got a feeling that they're preparing a little bit more than I think what they were during the test league. Granted, they knew that Death Squad was going to be a threat, so they were absolutely prepared for that fight. Unfortunately, they didn't come out victorious in the finals, which is why you guys got your lovely banner up there. But they are preparing. They are 100% preparing. They know what is out there. They know what threat there is, and you know, they just want the win. They don't want things to end the way the test league did. And this is a very good start for them. In fact, this is kind of how things started in the test league. And yeah, again, they're just prepared. They're coming for it. Haxx, really good fight. You put up a good showing.
They want to be there.
They do. They do want to be there. It was a very good showing. Honestly, you kept it very, very close throughout the majority of every single matchup. So hold your heads high and just go back and check it out and see what you could do a little bit differently. But other than that, like, really good fight.
Yeah.
Early days, yeah, as Angela said.
Yeah, one more shout out. Machete Monday is starting here very soon. If you haven't been able to take part in that, I think Dirt Nasty has the private lobby up, no password. Go and jump in there, get your machetes. If you don't have a machete, bayonet.
Yeah, that's your scene, Titch. I can't show that. That wouldn't be proper. You know, that's like that's if you were to buy a sandwich and be like, hey, can I have a first bite? It's like, the hell, man, it's my sandwich, right? It can't be the first one to show it off. So Haxx, you have a long way to go, so no worries. Many points to accumulate this season. Best of luck in week number 2. Trauma coming out victorious with 20 points under their belt. A very good start to the season. Guys, we got games coming up in the future. We got one on Friday, we got one on Saturday, and there's 2 on Sunday. We'll only be able to, actually, no, I think we'll be able to cover both because there is a big time difference between the 2. So hopefully we can cover both, and hopefully we see you guys there. If you haven't followed already, please consider doing so. We are streaming on various platforms over on YouTube, Twitch, and on Facebook. We're going to work on getting the TikTok going again. I was having issues with it tonight, so hopefully we'll work that out. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you haven't followed or subscribed, please consider doing so, and tune in for our next match, which is going to be on Friday. I believe at, I'm blanking on the time now. What time was that? Who's got
Let's
it?
see.
Who's quick?
Let's check it out.
9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 9:30 right here. Well, that, fortunately, I already had it up. Yeah, tune in Friday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a good one. This one's going to be between newly formed team, Repeat Offenders, and Devil Spit. Now, Repeat Offenders, they're a good team, solid players, but brand new team. So we'll see if their chemistry can outwit Devil Spit. Ooh, that was good. I'm going to take that one with me. Yeah, anyway, we will see you guys then. Oh, Doyle, you got anything to say before we head up?
Hey, love you guys. Can't wait to see you on Friday.
All right. Thank you so much for tuning into the Amateur Hour Commentaries presentation of AWL World League Season 1, Week 1 match between Trauma and Haxx. We'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.